Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe. The best Raw six-man tag of 2019, the best Dean Ambrose-Seth Rollins match of 2019, and the worst Braun Strowman promo of 2019. This week's Raw is, of course, the first and only episode of the year so far, so that's all technically correct by default. It's just that Strowman's promo will likely still be his worst when 2019 is over. I'm Ollie Davis. Give us a subscribe, press the thumbs up button, let us know what you thought of Raw in the comments below because I'll be replying to people from out of nowhere. And click the eye above my head to give your rating, where you can choose from in awe, core, average, poor, and bore, as I review the 7th of January 2019 edition of Monday Night Raw in about 4 minutes. To prove to Triple H he has what it takes to get an Intercontinental title rematch, Seth Rollins brawled with Bobby Lashley for Raw's cold open, complete with all your favorite WWE undercarders trying to keep them apart. Because who needs televised matches, Zack Ryder, when you get to awkwardly hug Bobby Lashley? That opening brawl jump cut straight into a generic John Cena promo harder than this sentence into my next line. Don't mention the hair! Contrary to his own claims he'd be filming a movie later this month, Cena revealed he will be competing in the Royal Rumble match. I was worked by a wrestler, which led to Drew McIntyre coming out to say he'll beat Cena up, and then Lashley and Lio Rush interrupted, which brought Seth out to continue their brawl, for Finn Balor to run down and beat up Drew. Guess where this is going? It's a very fun, star-filled six-man tag. It was Cena who refreshingly got worked over for the majority, putting more focus on the Balors, McIntyres, and Seths. It was the latter who got the most time to shine, pinning Ambrose with a curb stomp for the win, and then demanding from Triple H an IC title rematch tonight, which Hunter granted with a Falls Count Anywhere stipulation, because automatic rematch clauses might be gone, but WWE are going to keep booking the same matches anyway. Let me tell you something, brother! What's the best way to bring back a largely divisive and potentially controversial wrestling figure to national TV? Use a real-life death of a beloved celebrity to deflect everyone's conflicting emotions from him. Brother! This was for last week's sad passing of Mean Gene Okerlund, for which WWE had a typically great video package. Hogan cut a nice in-ring promo afterwards, listing through all the other legends Gene can hang out with in that squared circle in the sky, which is both heartwarming and also a rather sad reminder of how many greats have died. After weeks of the revival losing to Lucha House Party in unfair rulings last year, the New Era revival are now losing to Chad Gable and Bobby Roode in unfair rulings this year. While there were a few good spots, having another disputed finish is the kind of storyline that makes everyone look equally bad. The challengers for losing like chumps, the champions for winning unfairly, and the referees for not being able to do their job properly. To suck more talent into the booking vortex, the rest of the tag division were out there as lumberjacks. Speaking of booking vortexes, segue. Baron Corbin and Elias are still having matches, and those NXT call-ups, they all debuted. No, I'm kidding. Nothing happened. And they played the same video packages again. But by far the worst thing on the show, but also the best in a weird kind of car crash way, was the intensely awkward split-screen promo between Universal Champion Brock Lesnar and his challenger, Braun Strowman. There were so many things that went wrong. From Braun seemingly forgetting his lines, Paul Heyman and Brock joking about how bad Braun's eventual lines were, Braun's pauses between comebacks, to how Strowman was forced to awkwardly stare into the camera while talking to Lesnar, rather than the Titantron just to the left of his vision where Brock and Paul obviously were. This was a laughably bad segment. Speaking of bad, guys, mixed match challenge is over. We don't need to do the intergender tag things anymore. Ember Moon pinned Alicia Fox in seconds with a total eclipse of your face, while Jinder Mahal and Apollo Crews brawled outside. Alexa Bliss debuted her new Moment of Bliss talk show, which showcased the worst possible version of Ronda Rousey, which is humble champion promo Rousey. Something good came of it though, where she named Sasha Banks as her next title contender. This brought out both Banks and Nia Jax, where Sasha called her a bitch. Well, now it's super serious, and started a match / botch fest between the two. In between the occasional effective power spots from Jax were several clumsy-looking moves, most noticeably where Banks powerbombed herself off the apron because Nia decided to lay down for a nap instead of take a hurricanrana. Sasha made Jax tap in the Banks statement shortly after to build her for that eventual Rousey loss. The Falls Count Anywhere main event was really the match Dean and Seth should have had at TLC. A wild brawl backstage and through the crowd with chaotic table spots and exposed floors. The match was really enjoyable, with Rollins hitting a curb stomp almost for the win, until Lashley beat down Seth, letting Ambrose retain for a rather limp finish. The opening hour of Raw was fun, as was the main event match until the end, but everything in between was really very bad. This week's Raw is poor. What happened to Impact Wrestling's big homecoming pay-per-view on Sunday night? Click the video on screen now to find out, and give us a subscribe to keep up to date with all the latest wrestling news. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.